Myself, Om Prakash Kodara, Assistant Professor, Principal of Seed Technology, Department Faculty of Agriculture and Veteran Science, Jyoti Vidyapith, Women University, Jaipur. Today we discuss about seed act and rules. Firstly, introductions seed act and rules. The seed is an important agricultural input and it play a vital role in increasing productions and productivity. There is a need to safeguard the farmers with the supply of genetically pure quality seeds. Any new variety produced by the scientist has to be multiplied many times to meet the needs of the farmers. In order to ensure the availability of quality seeds, Government of India have enacted Seed Act 1966 and Seed Rules 1968. The Seed Control Order 1983 was promulgated under Essential Commodity Acts 1955 in order to ensure the productions, marketing, and equal distributions of the seeds. हाँ ऐसे हाँ So mainly Seed Act 1966, Seed Rules 1968, the Seed Control Order 1983 was promulgated under Essential Commodity Acts 1955 in order to ensure the productions, marketing, and equal distributions of the seeds. Seed Act 1966, the objective of Seed Act is to regulate the quality of certain notified kind varieties of seeds for sale and for matters connected with the Seed Act passed by the Indian Parliament in 1966 was designed to create a climate in which the seed man could operate effectively and make good quality seeds available of cultivars. Seeds rule under the Act were notified in September 1968 and the Act was implemented entirely in October 1963. This Act extends to the whole of India and it has 25 sections. Seed legislations could broadly be divided into two groups. Sanctioning legislation authorized formations of advisory bodies, seed certification agencies, seed testing laboratories, foundations and certified seeds programs, recognitions of seed certification agency of foreign countries, appellates authorities, etc. Regulatory legislations control the quality of seeds sold in the markets and include suitable agencies for regulating the seed quality. On quality control basis, the seed act would conventionally be divided into the following: minimum limit and labeling of the notified kind of varieties of seeds, how to notify the kind of varieties, labeling provisions, seed testing, seed analysis, seed inspector, penalty, general provisions. Seeds certifications, restrictions of import and exports of seeds, minimum limits and labeling. Quality control as envisaged in the Act to is to be achieved through pre and post marketing controls, voluntary certifications, and compulsory labelings of the seeds of notified Candia varieties. Power to notify the Candia varieties, new varieties evolved by the state agri institutes and Indian Council of Agri Services Institutes are notified and released notified respectively under sections 5 of the Seed Act in consultations with the Central Seed Committee and its subcommittee constituted under section 3 and 3.5 of the Seed Acts. As on date, more than 2,500 varieties and 130 varieties were notified and denotified under these sections. List of varieties notified and denotified from 1969 to 2005 are compiled and made up available in the form of a book called Catalog of Variety Notified and Denotified under Section 5 of the SEED Act. Function of the Central Seed Committee and its subcommittee are defined in clauses 3 and 4 part of seed rules. Labeling provisions minimum limits for germination's physical purity and genetically purity of varieties. Hybrids for crops have been prescribed and notified for labeling sheets of notified kinds. Varieties under Section 6A of this of the Seed Act, size of label, color of the labels, and content of the labels were also notified under subclause B of Section C of Seed Act. Color of the label is open range and size of the label is 10 centimeter into 15 centimeter or proportionate thereof. Responsibilities for making labeling contents of mark or labels. Manner of marking false or misleading statements on label etc. are defined under class 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 of part of 5th of sheet rules. Section 7 of the Act regulates the sale of notified kind of or varieties. Accordingly, no person shall keep for sales, offer to sales, barter, or otherwise supply any seed of any notified kind of variety. After the dates reported on the container mark or label as the date into which the seed may expected to retain the germination not less than prescribed under clause A of section C of the Act. Seed testing, there is a provision to set up a central seed laboratory and state seed laboratory to discharge functions under sections 4.1 and 4.2 of the Seed Act. In the year 1968, there were 23 state seed testing laboratories in the country. At present, there are 86 seed testing laboratories functioning in the country. During 1995-96, these laboratories tested about 5 lakh samples. Seed testing laboratories have been assigned certain important function under Part 5 seed rules. Seed analysis, state government could appoint the seed analysis through notification in the official gazette under sections 1 of the Seed Act defining his area and his certification seed analytics should possess certain minimum qualifications as prescribed under clause 20 parts and 9th of seed rules. Seed inspector classes of seeds, the state government under section 30 of the act may appoint such a person as it thinks fit, having prescribed qualifications, clause 22 parts 9th of seeds rule. Through notifications as a seed inspector and define the areas with which he shall exercise jurisdictions for enforcing the seed law. He will treated as a public servant with the meaning of sections 21 of the IPC 45 of 186. He has power to examine reports, register document of the street dealer. He will also exercise such other powers as may be necessary for carrying out of purpose of this act or rule made thereunder. Duties of street inspector are defined in clause 23 of part 9th of seed rules. He can issue stop sale order in case the seed in questions contravenes the provisions of relevant act and rules, for which he can use from number thirds when he sees and reports registered documents or any other material. He should inform magistrate and take his order for which he can use from number 4. Penalty if any persons controversy and provisions of the act or rule or prevent a seed inspector from taking samples under this act, or prevents a seed inspector from exercising any other power confirms on him could be punished under Section 19 of the Act with a fine of 500 rupees for the first offence. In the event of such person having been previously convicted of an offence under these sections with imprisonments for a terms may extend to 6 months or with fines, which may extend to 1,000 rupees or with both. Seed certification, the object of the seed certification is to maintain and make available to the public through certifications high quality propagating materials of notified kind or varieties. So ground and distributed as to ensure genetic identity and genetic purity. The certified standard in force are Indian minimum seed certification standard and seed certification procedures form together for the seed certification regulations. Seed of only those varieties which are notified under section 5 of the Seeds Act shall be eligible for certifications. Breeder seeds, foundation seed, certified seeds. First, breeder seeds. Breeder seed is a seed directly controlled by the breeder. Breeder seed should be genetically so pure as to guarantee that in the subsequent generations, breeder seed could not come under the review of seed certification as it is not meant for public sales. Breeder seed should be packaged and supplied with breeder golden yellow tags as per the guidelines given in Indian minimum seed certification standards. It is also the fact that no standard for breeder seeds have been prescribed. Foundation seeds, foundation class of seed and certified class of seeds are to be certified by the certification agency as per the Indian minimum seed certification standards. Section 8 of the Seed Act provides state government or the central government consultations with the state governments may be notification in official gazette establish certifications agency for the state to carry out the functions entrusted to certification agency by the by or under this act part 4 clause 6 part 6 clause 14 of state rules. Certified Seed Act Section 9 provides any person desire of producing certified seed shall register his name with concerned seed certificate agency, daily remitting the prescribed fee in form number 1 for grant of certificates. Certificate could be granted in form number 11 after meeting the requirement of certification agency prescribed under Part 7 clause 15, 16 and 70 of seed rules. It should have the minimum genetically purity of 99%. Certified seed may be the progeny of certified seeds provided this reproduction does not exceed two generations beyond foundation seeds and provided that its certification agency determines the genetic and physical purity if not be significantly altered. In case of highly self-pollinated crops, certifications of one further generations may be permitted. Certified seeds produced from certified seeds shall be eligible for further seed increase under certifications, except in case of highly self-pollinated crops where certifications of one further generation may be permitted. Certification take issue once for certified seed and not eligible for further seed increase under such certifications. For paddy and wheat, certified seed produced from certified seed is eligible for certification by National Seed Corporation up to two generations from foundation seeds. Seed Control Order 1983 restrictions of export and import seeds. There is a provisions to restrict export and import of seeds of notified kinds or varieties. The section 17 defines as under no person shall for the purpose of sowing or planting by any person, including himself, export or import or cause to be exported or imported any seed of any notified kind or variety unless it conforms to the minimum limits of germinations and purity specified for that seed under clause section 6. And its container bear in the prescribed manners the mark or labels with the correct particular thereof specified for the seed under clause B of section 6. Background of the case, the Ministry of Civil Supplies through an order dated 24 April 1983 had declared the seed for sowing or planting materials of food crops, fruits, vegetables, cattle fodder, and jute to be essential commodities. In exercise of power confirmed by sections 2A 8 of Essential Commodity Act 1955. It was followed by the issue of seed control order dated 30 December 1983 by the Ministry of Agriculture, Department of Agriculture and Corporations in exercise of power contained in Section 3rd of Essential Commodity Act, which deals with the central government's power to control and regulate production, supply, and distributions of essential commodities. The Seed Control Order 1983 had been notified as per Gazette Notifications GSR 832E dated 30 December 1983. The notification under reference hold good and remains operative. Joint Secretary, Seeds, Government of India, Ministry of Agriculture, Department of Agriculture and Corporations has been appointed as Seed Controller for implementations of Seed Order. Dist the Seed Control Order 1983 issue of license to dealers. All persons carrying on the business of selling, exporting, and importing seeds will be required to carry on the business in accordance with terms of and conditions of license granted to him, for which dealer has to make an application in duplicate in Form A together with a fee of 50 rupees for license to licensing authority unless the state government by notification exempts such class of dealer in such areas and subject to such conditions as may be specified in the notifications. Based on such inquiry as it thinks fit for licensing authority may grant in for Form B or refuse in provisions of the orders. The refuse to grant license shall be accompanied by clear recording of reasons for such refusals. Renewal of license, a holder of license shall be eligible for renewal upon an applicable being made in the prescribed Form C in duplicates together with a fee of rupees 20 before the expiry of license or at the most within a 1 month date of expiry of license for which additions of fee rate 25 is required to be paid. Appointing of licensing authority, the state governments may appoint such number of person as I think necessary to be inspector and define the area of such inspector. The notifications through notification in the official gazette. Time limit for analysis of sample by seed testing lab. Time limit of analysis of sample by seed testing lab and suspension cancellations of license may be done by licensing authority after giving an opportunity of being heard to the holder of license, suspend or cancel the license on the grounds of misrepresentation of a material in particular or contravention in the provision of the order. Suspension or cancellation of license, the licensing authority may, after giving an opportunity of being held to the holder of license, suspend or cancel the license on grounds of the misrepresentation of the material, in particular or contraventions in the provision of the order. Appeal. The state governments may specify authority for hearing the appeals against suspension or cancellation under this order, and the decision of such authority shall be final. Any person aggrieved by an order of refusals to grant or amend or renew the license for sale, export, or import of seed may within 60 days from the date of the order appeal to be designated authority in the manner prescribed in order. The Seed Act 1966, an act to provide regulating the quality of certain seeds for sale and for matters connected therewith. It is enacted at per millets. It extends the whole of India and shall come into force on such a date. The central government may be notification in the official gazettes appointed and different dated may be appointed for different provisions of this act for different state or different areas thereof. In this act, unless the contents otherwise requires agriculture include horticulture, central seed laboratory means the central seed laboratory established or declared as such under subsections 1 and section 4. Certification agency means the certification agency established under section 8 or recognized under section 18. Committee means the central seed committee constituted under subsections 1 of section 3. Container means a box, a bottle, basket, tin, barrels, case, receptacle, sack, bag, wrapper, and other things in which any articles or thing is placed or packed. Export means taking out of India to a place outside India. Import means bringing into India from a place outside India. Kind means one or more related species or subspecies of crop plants, each individually or collectively known by one common name, such as cabbage, maize, paddy, and wheats. Notified kind or variety in relation to any seeds means any kind or variety, therefore notified under section 5. Prescribed means prescribed by rules made under this act. Seed means any of the following classes of seed used for sowing or planting. So mainly cotton seed, seed of cattle fodder, different category of seeds in this include. तो after that mainly जो सीड एक्ट है, तो सीड एक्ट का जो परमिशन है वो जो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट्स है उसके अकॉर्डिंग में जो डिफरेंट रूल्स है उनका फॉर्मेशन हुआ उसके अकॉर्डिंग मेनली कोई भी जो पर्सन्स है वो कोई भी अगर जो वेराइटीज है उसका जो रिकॉर्ड्स है अगर सेल करता है तो उसका जो रिकॉर्ड है उसके अंदर एंट्री होनी चाहिए तो मेनली जो शेड इंस्पेक्टर है वो मेनली इसके लिए कुछ गाइड परमिट किया गया है, तो वो कभी भी जो मेनली उसको अथॉरिटी को चेकिंग की अथॉरिटी होती है और जो पर्सन है उसका जो लाइसेंस है वो अगर जो वेराइटीज है उसके अंदर अगर कोई भी जो प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट हो रही है वो मिसबिहेव कर रहा है तो उस कंडीशन में वो मेनली उसका लाइसेंस रद्द कर सकता है। इसके अलावा मेनली एक्सपोर्ट इंपोर्ट के इंटेंट के लिए मेनली जो सीड एक्ट रूल्स है उनका फॉलो करना पड़ता है, तो इस प्रकार मेनली डिफरेंट जो रूल है सीड एक्ट के उनको फॉलो करके मेनली जो सीड है उसका सेलिंग हो सकती है और परचेजिंग हो सकती है।